Hey folks, if you've ever been interested in radios of any type, like VHF, UHF, FRS radios, kind of ones that you get at Walmart, Bimart, things like that, and you go out camping, you go in the wilderness, you do anything outdoors where regular phones don't work, or maybe you want to use them to keep track of the kids, I have got to tell you, this is so simple and it's cheap, it's the easiest thing to do, and it might save your life. A lot of times people go into the woods and they bring their phones with them. Some people even go into the extent of having an actual repeater type gain cell phone booster on their truck or their car. Those do work, but if you're not in a reception area, they're not going to work at all. You're not going to get any signal boost, even if you have one of those up high, depending on where you're at. Especially around here, Linn, Marion County, there's some pretty deep canyons. Nothing gets in or out. But there is a way around it. No, I'm not talking about SATCOM, any type of satellite phone. I'm talking about 2-meter FM, VHF, UHF. Now, a couple of things. A lot of you go, oh, I don't want to mess with that because you got to have a license, and you got to read all this and study up. Well, folks, they've made the license in the last few years a little bit easier to get, but you better get it before they change it again, because good things always change, and they constantly change code. Just like commercial driver's license, they're going to change the FCC code. Give it a couple of years, they'll change it again. So study up now and try to get your license if you're interested in getting your license. Now, a big, huge misconception these days, guys, you do not need any type of license. You don't have to register, you don't have to sign up, you don't have to do nothing to own one of these radios and to also turn it on and listen. It's called monitoring. You do not need a license to monitor. That is literally like the biggest misconception in this country about having an FCC license, whether you're a tech, general, novice, an extra, whatever you are. You do need a license to transmit. But to listen, absolutely nothing. To own, possess, and operate as far as listening, I'm going to say it again, no license needed. Now, this is what I'm getting to you about. If you go in the woods and you've got kids, or you're doing a hunting party or whatever, and you lose sight of your people that you're with, or you don't know where you're at, you can't get the GPS to work, your phone's not working obviously because no satellite, no cell signal. If you have one of these in Linn County, Lane County, and Marion County, you can get out and you can call for help. Now, if it's an emergency, a distress of something, somebody's gotten hurt, you've been out in the woods for a day or two, you will not get in trouble for getting on here and calling for help. It'll be the same thing as calling 911. You do not need a license to call out in an emergency situation on one of these radios. Absolutely not. You will not get in trouble for it. And you should know how to do it, and you should know how to program these. I've got a list of repeaters here that are centralized here around Linn County. They will work in Lane, and they will work in Marion. There's also a different set of repeaters up in Marion that you can get used to, and you can program them and plug them in your radio here. Now, I want to talk to you about these Baofeng. People call them Baofeng, Baofeng. It's Baofeng. Baofeng has been in the radio world for, I don't know, almost 20 years now. Now, years ago they came out with the UV5R, which is an awesome radio. I've bought so many of these. I got my first one probably in like 2010. I've had them on fires. We've had them up north. We've had them down in the Box Canyon, and we're able to get out and almost have as good, and I mean as good, response, return, reception, transmitting as Kenwood, Motorola, BK Radio, some of the big boys. These little guys, I think about 15 years ago, they were almost $22. 25 to 20 bucks, and there was a steal of a deal. They were a good, tough radio. Waterproof, they had a light AM/FM radio. They go from, I believe, 136, 174, 400 megahertz to 520, so it covers UHF, VHF. Some of them cover the 200 megahertz, which is the 1.25. I want to talk to you about this UV32. So the UV32 is an awesome radio. They come out with these here just a little bit ago. To me, it looks like a copy of a Harris radio. Harris was a great system radio back in the day. They still are. They were also a very, very expensive radio, and they still are, but they're a good piece of equipment. This looks exactly like a damn near copy of a Harris radio. Now, this radio when they came out with it here just a few months ago, it was like $86, $82 in there. It started coming down, coming down, coming down. They've gotten all the way down to 37 bucks, folks. 37 bucks, Amazon, eBay, and I've even got them off Temu. So look across who's doing the best pricing for wherever you're at in the country. But 37 bucks for peace of mind to maybe save your life or somebody's life in the woods? Really? I mean, that's a no-brainer. My favorite thing about this radio, now, I thought this was the bee's knees 15 years ago. This thing is the new bee's knees as of today. So, my favorite thing about this radio, see this right here? USB-C. You can use your cell phone charger, plug it right into here, and when it's done, it turns green. When it's charging, it's red. Freaking foolproof. That also comes with a tray. This is a new one in the box. I'll show you. So, look. We've got an antenna. Obviously, it has to come with an antenna. We got that. Here's the new radio. Battery's on there. It's also got a charger tray. I'll show you here. You can see. Also USB-C, so you can set it up on your desk and have it. It's got a belt clip, like a serious commercial looking belt clip like the big boys have. There's your AC to USB charger. Comes with the earphone mic thing, kind of silly. Probably won't need it. There are a lot of functions on this radio that a lot of people have no idea. So obviously we do the FM band. We can get FM radio. We can also get the weather bands. Now, that's another thing, folks. A lot of people don't understand the WX channels. In your area, there's always some place in a state that is playing WX, which is a weather channel. It's just some guy, sounds like an AI voice, been around for years and years before I was around. It tells the weather of your local area. You can usually pick up at least 2 in any given area at a time, depending where you're at, as far as if you're, line of sight within a major city. But you can always pick up the weather. These have them already programmed, unbelievably. That is a cool option in here. Another thing, it's got SOS, it's got the emergency, and it's got GPS. I've never used the GPS. Something cool in this radio that is, I think they're in some of the Yaesus, ICOM is another one, but they have the Bluetooth programming. Bluetooth programming. Folks, you can use your phone, iPhone, and Android. You can hook directly up while you're holding one hand and this in the other, and you can program it from your phone to here. No cables, no programming software, no chirp program. That was back in the day. Chirp program was so easy to use anyways, but you don't need it. And if you don't want to use your phone or chirp program, you can do it manually. It is so easy to manually program this radio. I mean, it's damn near child easy to program. It's really easy. You don't even have to read a manual. I can show you how to do it. You can put in all your CTCS, all your PL tones. So we'll go ahead and look at this radio for a second. So we've got channel mode. You've got what's called dual watch, so you can watch 2 frequencies at once, even 2 different bands, VHF, UHF. You've also got a scan option. Search UHV. Can't talk today. VHF and UHF.
3.
So we've got programmed in here.
7, 9, 16, 17, 20, 3, 4, 5.
And then there's different zones, and you can put 21 channels per zone, so on and so forth. But if you're just looking to have something in the woods, just as an extra worst case scenario situation should happen, you can have that, feel safe, and you will almost always be able to hit a repeater and call out for help. Now these repeaters are set up for what's called amateur radio, HRO, ham radio operators. The thing about it is those guys get on there and they talk. Some of these frequencies are privately funded with a tower and all that. That's fine, that's great. You can get on there and talk if you have a ham license. The cool thing is somebody is always monitoring those frequencies, whether it's a private individual or the individual that actually has that ham radio tower repeater. So if you call out and you're in the woods, stuck in a ravine, broke your leg, whatever, they will hear you and they will call out and give them your location. Somebody will be on the way. I mean, it is just like having a cell phone connected to 911. Take a little longer, but they'll get to you and they'll find it. 37 bucks, guys. I mean, come on. I mean, we can wait another 6 months. Maybe they'll be down to 32 bucks. But you got to have one. I'm going to go ahead and put this repeater list here. I'll flash it up on the screen so you can look at it. Hopefully it'll pause it long enough to get something off here. Putting in peel tones and putting in transmitting and receiving is so easy on this. Also putting in a lettered call channel name. Easy, easy. Hey, if you have any questions about getting into ham radio, or you've got any questions about these Baofengs, let me know. A good radio. I do recommend for the money. And I know a lot of guys are like, oh, they're a Chinese radio. They don't fit in the bandwidth. They're all narrow band or they're all wide band. You can't get them to go down. And you know what? For 30 bucks, guys, don't complain. Got a lot of complainers out there about these radios when they came out. And you know what? They've been tried and true, and they're still making them, and people are still using them, and they swear by them. So they can't be that bad. Till next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.